bloody controllers aren't working right. With you in a few minutes, folks. Just dealing with controller issues. For some reason it keeps resetting itself. Okay, there we go. Lightning controller's working. Yeah, not many like this one, Gary. But personally, I like it. Hey, Sven. I'm glad to see so many people actually do like Blood Omen 2. For years, always over here, people just, I hate this game. I can't stand it.
From the shards of tattered dreams I rose, unwilling, tossed upon tides of pain that flowed and ebbed and left me searingly awake, and more revoltingly, alive. It was then I saw her for the first time.
Good evening. We did not expect you to awaken so soon. Already you surprise us.
My mind was in fragments like shattered glass. Where am I? I don't remember.
Yes. It was said your memory would be affected by your long slumber. That will pass in time. I am Uma, and I am here to help you. Know that your name is Kain, and you were once a power in the land.
I know my name, but my past, I remember fragments only.
That you awoke at all is a miracle. When we found you, there was but the barest thread of life.
Well, you get to play as Kain, so that's always a bonus that makes it a good game.
Rise and walk again.
And what is this place?
You are in the city of Meridian, capital of the land of Nalsgoth, the land you once sought to conquer and rule. Tell me, since you remember your name, do you also remember your nature?
Of course.
Then let me show you the future. You have been asleep for 200 years. In that time, this is what has become of Nalsgoth. You were a great general, commanding an army of vampires, but the powers you opposed were too strong for you. You were struck down, your armies defeated, scattered. and destroyed. Everyone believed you to be dead.
Who defeated me?
The Seraphan, an army of fanatical humans sworn to eradicate all vampires from the world. A new leader brought them together, and wielding a new kind of magic, deadly to our kind, was able to destroy your army and kill most of the vampires. You were defeated in mortal combat by this leader, the Seraphan Lord. But that is not the end of the story. Under the guise of protecting the land from the vampire menace, the Seraphan seized control of all of Nosgoth, and their rule is not kind. For 200 years, the Seraphan have enslaved the humans under their iron rule, and hunted down and destroyed.
She's definitely she's definitely noteworthy.
They have not succeeded, however.
Not yet. And now, with your help, it is our hope to crush the Seraphan and restore order to the city.
The natural order. Vampires preying upon humans.
Naturally.
You said our hope. Who are you?
We are the Cabal, the vampire resistance. We work to undermine the Seraphan at every turn.
I'm hearing a lot of static noise. I'll try and fix that in a minute.
With the new magic they employ, the glyph magic, they are able to find us and kill us. Our numbers are dwindling. Without help,
Once the cutscene stops, I'll try and fix that static noise.
Of course you
Don't like doing that during gameplay. It
They
sometimes may cause
must be
glitches or issues.
We need you to help the resistance. Our faces are known, they kill us on sight. But you are ancient history, long since dead and buried. You can go where we cannot. That gives us a small advantage.
How splendid for you. And why do you suppose I would do this? What is to be my reward? Your eternal gratitude.
Have you changed so much? The Seraphan Lord defeated you. Don't you want to kill him? When you have destroyed him, you can continue your ascent to power, restore your army, and rule the land at last. Does the lust for vengeance and power no longer stir you? Are you dead?
I seem to remember that I played the pawn once before. It ended badly.
This time, you will prevail. We are simply your allies, not your betrayers. What we want from you is open and plain, with no hidden paths. If you succeed, so do we all.
Are you asking me to trust you?
We must trust one another. Together, we can defeat the Seraphan Lord. Once he is dead, his order will collapse. Mindless fools that they are. But there are dangers other than the Seraphan which must be overcome.
I care not for any dangers. They will fear me, do you hear? Tell me where to find the Seraphan Lord. I'll have him buried within the hour.
Such arrogance. If it were so easy, we would have done it ourselves, Kain. And you are far too weak to fight him yet. He is protected, too, by other vampires.
Vampires in service to the Seraphan? Are they mad?
They value their lives. While they serve the Seraphan Lord, he lets them live.
I will enjoy destroying them.
You would be lucky to survive one such encounter until you grow stronger. But should you prevail, then you will be able to absorb their veins and thus gain new abilities. To our kind, these are called the Dark Gifts.
I look forward to meeting these traitors to our kind. My senses spun. My body ached. Weakness overcame me.
You have the thirst upon you. Come, vampire. It is time for you to feed.
Yes.
I think I might have reduced a lot of that static noise, but if you hear any more, do let me know in chat. Or when you hear it happening worst.
Kain, do not be afraid.
What magic is this?
I am using the Whisper, Kain, the natural ability of vampires. This way, we can keep in contact even over great distances.
Yes, I remember now. She had been in my thoughts. I almost believed I had called her myself.
Never fear. I cannot read your
I agree.
thoughts, but only speak into
It was definitely underrated.
in return.
It was a shame it was a little bit more clunky than the rest of the games in the series in terms of like controls and mechanics and stuff, but still, it was I thought a good addition to the series. Oh come on, why the goddamn controller stop again? Ah, there we go. I was wondering there for a second. Okay, what's that? Uh-huh. That's the block. Right, I got the controls down. More or less. Keep twitching that second stick. Oh, that was always satisfying to do. Nice thing about it, I wonder if I should add any kind of like grabbing system for Kain in my remake. It feels quite satisfying to pick people up, just throw them across the room. Or just smack them away.
Here to protect us, that's all.
And why so many?
Well, we need a great deal of protection. The Seraphim have sworn to protect the people and destroy the vampire race.
Have you ever seen a vampire?
Exactly. They've kept their promise.
I'll tell you what else they've kept. Our tax money, that's what.
Hush that dog.
I agree. Well, it probably could have been a little bit more open. Probably a tiny bit more open world, I suppose, like the other games, as opposed to the linear system. So it was on the PS2 at the time.
The oldest and most decrepit part of the city, where few people dare to come. A perfect place to train you.
Train me. Do you take me for a dog?
Your memory has been shattered, and your body has lain dormant for 200 years. What skills you had must be recovered before you can be of any use to the Cabal. You must learn to fight and to survive.
I thought you were taking me to feed.
There we go.
Patience, vampire.
That makes it look a bit better.
Know that you are stronger and faster than mortal men, able to jump higher and farther than any human that ever lived. When your path is blocked, seek for a place to jump. Now, join me up here.
I just think Uma was badass back before all the SJWs lost their shit.
Excellent. Know that you also have the ability to float. When you are on a ledge, such as this one, you may land silently and carefully by floating down. This will be important when I train you to kill. Now, follow me.
She would discover I needed little training in how to kill.
Oh, plus Simon Templeman. I mean, what more can you say? Any game where you can play a character that has him as a voice is pretty much guaranteed to be good.
your city? How am I to get home tonight? First I told you. Oh, my Agnes will have my head. I couldn't get home the last time they did this.
I doubt Square Enix will, but every time I play this, I always get the desire. Maybe after I finish the remake of the original Blood Omen, maybe I'll work on this one then.
I'll call the go. Stop playing games. You're scaring me.
You said you could get up.
Please, don't hurt me.
Such brutal combat from him. Like just whacking the hell out of him. That was one of the things I think I enjoyed most of this game, was just how brutal Kain was. Like in the original Blood Omen, like, no, you're basically just swinging sword and using the spells, which was fun. But here it's just more... He's just more in tune with his actual just strength and just whacking and clawing and smacking people around.
The city is a labyrinth.
All the better for a hunting ground. Tell me, Kain, are you hungry?
Yes.
I have a prisoner waiting for you down below. A thug from a local gang of criminals. He sought to murder yet another helpless victim, but he met me instead.
Spare me the moral anecdote and direct me to his throat.
Drink then. I will be waiting below.
Tasty.
I see you are restored.
I am.
Blood is your life. Without it, you will die. If you are wounded, seek out blood to restore your vitality. You must know, too, that by drinking the blood of others, you will gradually become stronger and harder to kill. We call this a vampire's lore. The more creatures you drink from, the more lore you will gain, and the greater your health will become. Leave no enemy alive, Kain. You will need their blood and their lore to survive. Now, let us continue.
Let's face it, you're playing as Kain as if you'd really need much incentive to want to actually kill people.
Somebody help me, please! Please, don't hurt me.
I'm sorry, what was that? Yes, when I play this game, you literally see my most brutal side.
While we are superior to humans in many ways, we also have certain weaknesses that they do not
What a
possess.
shot!
Though it is
Omen with a moon behind her.
life-giving to humans, water is deadly to vampires. Its touch burns our skin. Immersion in water can kill us. Avoid it at all costs. Also know that scattered throughout Meridian are relics of our ancestors. Useless to humans, only vampires can access these coffers and use the power within. Seek these out on your journey.
Just right up kicking him in the ass. Kain is just so vicious. Is that cat actually running away from the rat? You're ashamed of your species.
I spoke before of our mortal enemies, the Seraphan. It is their sworn crusade to destroy all vampires, and for this they have developed special defenses. You see here a ward gate.
What precisely does it do?
Should you so much as touch it, you will be burned as by fire. The Seraphan have raised these wards throughout Meridian. We can go no farther this way. Follow me into the sewer.
I was the same, Jericho. As soon as I saw this, I basically just ran to the counter and said, "Here, take my money." Seeing this game literally just caused the meme of "Shut up and take my money."
Your ability to survive will depend upon your ability to fight. It's time for you to learn how to kill. Your first line of defense is your agility. You can dodge around an opponent using your inhuman speed. You can also defend yourself by blocking attacks. I shall now strike at you. Do not be concerned. I shan't use my claws. Block my attacks, and we can proceed to the next lesson.
Is the game audio too low or too high, or?
are all armed with a natural weapon, our claws. Use them to kill your enemies. You can practice by attacking me.
Sorry, Uma.
If you see an enemy become tired, use this opportunity to grab him. Once grabbed, you can throw him a great distance. Excellent. Your lesson is over for the moment. Continue through the sewer, and I shall meet you again shortly. Here you are at last. Through this door lies your first true test. A gang of criminals are encamped ahead, and one of their number stands guard.
Love how she always just keeps comes strutting up to you and all. What took you so
You must
long?
kill him. You have the skill to block and dodge his attacks. Bring him down using your claws. Once you have felled him, drink his blood to restore yourself from any wounds you may receive. I will be watching.
Waste a good fury on him.
In addition to our physical superiority, vampires also possess dark gifts. These are our supernatural abilities. Our curse develops differently in each of us, giving us unique powers. Much of your former power, Kain, has been weakened during your long hibernation. The mist you see here can be used to your advantage. You have the ability to assume a mist form and become nearly invisible. You can move silently to bring down your prey from behind. At times when you are outnumbered, look for mist from which to kill your enemies silently. If you are pursued, you can hide in mist to escape. Now, use this gift to kill those before you in the cemetery. I will let you continue when the deed is done.
Oh, this is one of my favorite parts. It never gets old, it really doesn't. You could literally just play through the entire game, just sneaking up on people and just whacking their goddamn heads off. I don't know how long it's been since I played this. I'm actually surprised I'm remembering where so many of these wee font things are.
What manner of sorcery is this?
This is glyph energy, a new form of magic brought into the world with the rise of the Seraphan. It supplies power to all of Meridian. The gate you see can be opened using this energy. Activate the glyph box. This will bring power to the gate's lever and allow you to open it.
What do we have here?
That was about the only real downside to this game was the weird tanky controls. I don't know why they decided on them.
Well done. The glyphs are operated by the glyph rights.
Technically, I think it's like the original Blood one did have tanky controls, but
You may see them
that was a
working on
that was a PS1 game.
They rarely talk with the townsfolk, and very little is known about their
And
origins.
the other Soul Reavers were all
Ahead is the market where the common folk
optimized.
of Meridian engage in their filthy commerce. Beyond the market is the bridge that leads to the lower city. Make your way east to the bridge.
That is definitely something I'll be fixing in my remake.
I shall scout ahead to ensure that you don't meet any Seraphan patrols. You aren't ready for them yet.
How trusting of you to leave me to my own devices.
Consider it an act of goodwill.
Don't look at me, I'm not going to save you. Was it over the top here first?
Tax generous, I call it. You see that? Have you seen what it...
Oh, downstairs first. Then I got to open the switch. Smacking the poor bugger silly. It's weird as I run around just look at all these locations now that I actually think as I look at that, like just so much I could do in some of these locations when I ever remake them. All these weird like industrial streets and could be quite entertaining. I'm just a snack for the road.
Stay back.
Okay, that's just brutal. Oh, what the hell? Momentary issue here. Getting getting a bug of some description. Let me see if I can sort this out. Alright, do a reset of this. It's even gonna let me. Damn bugs. Not even sure now if I bloody saved that. Oh, come on. thought this had a bloody autosave feature. That is just disgusting. Bloody hell, right in front of me in the options menu to save the game. Oh, my apologies folks, it's been a number of years since I played this.
Kain, do not be afraid.
What magic is this?
I am using the whisper, Kain, a natural ability of vampires. In this way, we can keep in contact even over great distances.
Yes, I remember now. She had been in my thoughts. I almost believed I had called her myself.
Never fear. I cannot read your thoughts, but only speak into your mind and hear you in return. Now, proceed down this street. I shall be waiting.
They're here to protect us, that's why.
Let's see if we can zip around this a little bit quicker this time. Won't need to stop for some mass slaughter, I don't think.
Welcome to the slums, Kain. We are in the oldest and most decrepit part of the city, where few people dare to come. A perfect place to train you.
Train me? Do you take me for a dog?
Your memory has been shattered, and your body has lain dormant for 200 years. What skills you had must be recovered before you can be of any use to the Cabal. You must learn to fight and to survive.
I thought you were taking me to feed.
Patience, vampire. First, know that you are stronger and faster than mortal men, able to jump higher and farther than any human that ever lived. When your path is blocked, seek for a place to jump. Now, join me up here. Excellent. Know that you also have the ability to float.
Time for a little fast forward type of play.
On an edge such as this one, you may land silently and carefully by floating down.
Funny we could skip these little chatting scenes, it could be so much quicker.
Now, follow me.
She would discover I needed little training in how to kill.
Closed off the whole of the lower city. How am I to get home tonight?
It's all these villagers, lucky day. That's what it was. I kept seeing all these checkpoints, thinking they were autosaves, but I remember they were actually were just that. They were just checkpoints for when you do save. I may as well save now, just to be.
This city is a labyrinth.
All the better for a hunting ground. Tell me, Kain, are you hungry?
Yes.
I have a prisoner waiting for you down below. A thug from a local gang of criminals. He sought to murder yet another helpless victim, but he met me instead.
Spare me the moral anecdote and direct me to his throat.
Drink then. I will be waiting below.
Direct me to his throat.
I see you are restored.
I am.
Blood is your life. Without it, you will die. If you are wounded, seek out blood to restore your vitality. You must know, too, that by drinking the blood of others, you will gradually become stronger and harder to kill. We call this a vampire's lore. The more creatures you drink from, the more lore you will gain, and the greater your health will become. Leave no enemy alive, Kain. You will need their blood and their lore to survive. Now, let us continue.
Help me! Mind your business.
Okay, I said I wasn't gonna do much mass slaughter, but you all saw it. She started it.
While we are superior to humans in many ways, we also have certain weaknesses that they do not possess. Though it is life-giving to humans, water is deadly to vampires. Its touch burns our skin. Immersion in water can kill us. Avoid it at all costs. Also know that scattered throughout Meridian are relics of our ancestors. Useless to humans, only vampires can access these coffers and use the power within. Seek these out on your journey. I spoke before of our mortal enemies, the Seraphan. It is their sworn crusade to destroy all vampires, and for this they have developed special defenses. You see here a ward gate.
What precisely does it do?
Should you so much as touch it, you will be burned as by fire. The Seraphan have raised these wards throughout Meridian. We can go no farther this way. Follow me into the sewer. Your ability to survive will depend upon your ability to fight. It's time for you to learn how to kill. Your first line of defense is your agility. You can dodge around an opponent using your inhuman speed. You can also defend yourself by blocking attacks. I shall now strike at you. Do not be concerned. I shan't use my claws. Block my attacks, and we can proceed to the next lesson. are all armed with a natural weapon, our claws. Use them to kill your enemies. You can practice by attacking me. If you see an enemy become tired, use this opportunity to grab him. Once grabbed, you can throw him a great distance. Excellent. Your lesson is over for the moment. Continue through the sewer, and I shall meet you again shortly. Here you are at last. Through this door lies your first true test. A gang of criminals are encamped ahead, and one of their number stands guard, unaware that his fate approaches. You must kill him, Kain. You have the skill to block and dodge his attacks. Bring him down using your claws.
Sorry about the quiet
Once
face. I
you
had
have
a
felled him, drink
visitor.
his blood to restore yourself from any wounds you may receive. I will be watching.
I think we pretty much passed all the tutorial shit now.
In addition to our physical
Yeah, I forgot about
superiority,
the
vampires also possess
little mist teaching.
dark gifts. These are our supernatural abilities.
When you could skip these.
Our curse develops differently in each of us, giving us unique powers. Much of your former power, Kain, has been weakened during your long hibernation. The mist you see here can be used to your advantage. You have the ability to assume a mist form and become nearly invisible. You can move silently to bring down your prey from behind. At times when you are outnumbered, look for mist from which to kill your enemies silently. If you are pursued, you can hide in mist to escape. Now, use this gift to kill those before you in the cemetery. I will let you continue when the deed is done.
Let me continue. Just hold on a minute. I'm constantly saving now because I'm nervous about any more crashes.
Stop playing games, you're scaring me.
manner of sorcery is this?
This is glyph energy, a new form of magic brought into the world with the rise of the Seraphan. It supplies power to all of Meridian. The gate you see can be opened using this energy. Activate the glyph box. This will bring power to the gate's lever and allow you to open it.
You don't belong around here.
Well done. The glyphs are operated by the Glyph Rites, a secret society existing within Meridian. You may see them working on glyphs from time to time. They rarely talk with the townsfolk, and very little is known about their origins. Ahead is the market where the common dregs of Meridian engage in their filthy commerce. Beyond the market is the bridge that leads to the lower city. Make your way east to the bridge. I shall meet you there.
And where are you going?
I shall scout ahead to ensure that you don't meet any Seraphan patrols. You aren't ready for them yet.
How trusting of you to leave me to my own devices.
Consider it an act of goodwill.
So violent. That is so satisfying. If I remember right, now that we're saying, like, originally the game was supposed to end up having a lot more stealth base to it, and they decided to just instead make it where you can just have the stealth during your mist form. Okay, we're coming back up to where we bug, so fingers crossed, and see if we can avoid it again this time.
That I'll call the
Okay, I'll do a quick save here just in case. Hold on to your butts. Okay, we're walking slowly. No, I've frozen again. I'll have to look into this code, find out what the hell's causing this freeze right at this one spot every time. So we'll have to, unfortunately, cut the stream a bit short while I do a bit of a inspection. If I can get onto that checkpoint now, I'll resume the stream later on again, and hopefully avoid any more warnings and errors. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. More to come later on. Follow my Twitch channel to my YouTubes to find out my other playthroughs, and also a donation link to support my project to remake the original Blood Omen. Have a good evening, and I'll chat to you all later.